Yahweh Shemel Shabrakathum. La Yashala. Imagine Panyakudam, which means to rise, stand up or rise to face the east. We are going to get into the Lord's Prayer. Repeat after me. In the Hebrew, Abanaw, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayat, Shukka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayat, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayat, Bashamayim, Nathananaw, Lakum, Kol Yawan, Basalakanaw, Kabawa, Nawa, Kasalakanaw, Kawawakinaw, Wala'a, Taba'ayanaw, when I say a one, while a ball, Hawashinawa, Mayan, Ra, Pia, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wa Allah, Watafara, La Lami, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. Amen. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Ahaharyah, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Azariah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim. So, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'aratazah, Ayathan, Lamawat, Rogorka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Taza'orka, Ayad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Walayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makora, Yashamor, Aftapashka, Yahweh, Yashamor, Taza'atka, Wawatka, Mayatha, Wa'ai, Awalam. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'ala shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. Hakah in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Babakashah, Nathanganawa, Hakah, La Pra'ah, Call Makala, or Call Maiwa, Hakah, La Tahor, Hamatazarian, Hakah, La Hakim, Hamakim, Hakah, Arakawah, Hatama'ala, La Garishan, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the water Aman. The power in the English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it. Bless Israel in Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Barak Nanawa, Bayasha'ala, Wahabayah, Sapari, Barak, Rapa'ah, Magun, Kagun. Say the name of loved ones once. Everyone repeats the name once. For those that's on social media, if you have a loved one that you want to, pray for, you just type the name in the chat and we will repeat it. Otherwise, Israelite School UPK, ISUK, Minnesota. all of Israel, Yahweh, Yahushai, the angels, the generals, the captains, the officers, the students, the troopers, the sisters, the children, all of Israel. By Shemi Yahushai, the word Alman. In English, Lord, in the name of Yahushai, bless us in Yasha'Allah. In the school, bless Hill shall protect loved ones. In the name of Yahushai, thank you, so be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Dam Yalakah, Al Dakarash, for all the Shakwat, all Kiyahana, Awapika, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Amaka, Yarayamwa, Sawadah, Ayatha Yatazawa, out to the Punyuka, Amara, the color, when a cup kedam, Magalia, while I as a call, Sham Yasha'Allah, Iwada, Kaya, the white Hazawa, the Ba, Yakatwa, Alyuka, Barayak, Yakara, Ahoya, Adawam, Waya Shama Aliyam, Moab, Wagaria, Gabor, Wamawan, Wamalak, Palashak, Am Yashabi, Tazawar, Gum Ashawar, Nalawa, Amam, Hayawa, Zerai, Labanya Lawat, Salat, Ashalahum, Kamadian, Kasaya Sara'ah, Kayabian, Wanakol, Koyash, one. Nashamatwa, Bayan Da'ar, Hayawa, Daman, La Dama, Shathamwa, Nada Yatmawa, Kaira, Wakazabak, Katazor, Manai, called Nisa Kumwa, Ashor, Amara, Narishah, Lanawa, Naawa, Alahayim, Alahayab, Shathamwa, Kagor, Kagor, Kakwash, Lapanya Ravaka, Kaash, the Viria Ira, Wakalaba, the Halahat, Talahat, Hurry, Khan, their Thakma, the Saraka, the Basua Patka, Talahum, Mala'a, Panyahum, Palawan, Vayabakwashwa, Shaka, Yahawa, the Bashwa, Vayabahawa, Idai, Vayakapawa, Vayabatwa, Vayadaiwa, Kaya Atha, Shaka, Yahawa, Labatka, all you want, I'll call her Rakasa. All right, in English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up a head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy enemies. They have said, come and let us cut them off of being a nation, that the name of Yasha'Allah may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, the habits of Tyre. The shore also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah, going to them as to the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kisan, which bears to Endor. They became as dung for the earth, made the nobles like Orid, and like Zeb, yea, all the princes as Zabah, and as Jamuna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. On my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burns the wood, as the flames set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Lord. Let them be confounded in trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now, to evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school, to evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen. And shake loose the church of the rich of Israel, that refuse to give to the school, force the riches to enter thy sanctuary, to evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the Edomites, and the nations, and the drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan nations, skinheads, Tazi Kamatazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airwaves, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit in thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way, but try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh Shah, Michael, and Gabriel come down with flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it's the angels that have done it. Cause it to spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake out thy coming in the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you always, so be it. All right, Sar, which means turn in Hebrew. All right. All right. Shavyim, which means to be seated. All right. We'll sign first. All right. There we go. Shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Shabbat Thom, to the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Lataba Hashem, Shad, to the sisters. All right. I HK Minnesota with the Sabbath Service. We are going to get into, once again, Ezekiel. We are in the 28th chapter, verses 15 through 21. And we have a lot of things to, discuss, okay? But before we get into the actual book of Ezekiel, the 28th chapter, what we're going to do is we are going to get into the Hebrew, all right? And everything that I read into the Hebrew is going to be translated into the actual English. So if you don't have the app, which is like, so if you have like an Android or iPhone, you can use a concordance, like a Bible concordance. Otherwise, you can use also what is called, a Bible app. But it's not just like a regular Bible app. It's like a Hebrew version. And really what it is, it's called Hebrew Greek Interlinear Bible app, and it allows you to read the actual ancient Hebrew. All right. And so, which is, our language as Hebrews. So that's what we are going to get into right now. Ezekiel. All right. The 28th chapter, verses 15 through 21. 7 verses, all right? Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 15. Damarum, Atha, Barak, Kiak, Mayawam, Habarak, Bun, Oh, I. Okay, yeah, okay. I. Bamataza. Alatha. Bak. Verse 16. Barab. Wakalathak. Wakathak. Salaki. Wakalathak. Malawa. Tawakak. Kamash. Wataka. Wataka. Salaki. What's a Salaki? What's a cat? No. What's a ta? What's a ka? That's how you say it. Oh, shit. Okay. What the kalal? Ma'ar. Alahayim. Wabatak. Karab. Hazakat. Matawak. Abanawa. Ash. All right, y'all bear with me, Salaki. Give me 1 second. All right, y'all. Gonna get back to it. Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 17. Goodbye. Labak. Barupayat. Shabbat. Oh, Salaki. Shakah. Kakamayat. Al. Yaphathat. Al. Aratazah. Ashakayak. Lapanya. Malakia. With a kayak. Lara'ah. Bak. Verse 18. Marab. Ayak. No, it's like Ayon. Bawa'o. Recall. Thought. Thon. Salaki. Kala'at. Oh, okay, Salaki. It's like Maquad. Oh, Makwadash. Well, what is that? Ash. Mata Wakat. Hawa'a. A call. A call thought. Not the cat. All right, let me see. Salaki. Let me see. What is that? Ash. Oh, it's like I already read this. All right. What it's like yeah. La Par. Oh. Harataza. La Elania. Call. Warayak. Verse 19. These damn verses get longer and longer. Goddamn. God, yeah. Call. It's like verse 19. Call. Yawad, Ayak, Banayam, Shamum, Alayak, Balaya, Hayat, Wayabanak, Ide, Ayalam, verse 20. Yahaya, Dabar, Yahweh, Al, Lamar, verse 21, last verse. Ban, Adam, Shayam, Paniyak, Paniyak, Al, to the yacht one of Baha, Ayaha. That's it. Right. All right, so lucky that was 7 verses in Hebrew. Okay. Oh yeah, the water. Yeah, it's good. It's gonna be the right one. The water. I appreciate that. Yeah. So like I told you, I had a little late start. So like, so you know, just kind of get things right. So like. All right. So like, so once again, shalom, Yahweh I just gave Minnesota. All right, I'll also increase Maccabi 5,000. Sabbath service. We are going to get into it. We are getting into Ezekiel, of course. 28 through 15 through 21. So chapter 28, 15 through 21. Okay. All right. We are going to get into it. Give me a second here. All right. So for those that have not been at Sabbath service online or in class, the whole story of Ezekiel, the 28th chapter, speaking about Tyrus. Tyrus was a people who had oppressed Israel. And the whole purpose of Tyrus being mentioned was because the Most High spoke with Ezekiel to tell Israel the reason why they were in captivity under Tyrus. So think of Tyrus as Babylon. All right. You had many people who ruled in Babylon. You had many people who ruled in the Roman Empire. You had many people who ruled in just the Syrian, captivity as well. So we always had oppressors over us. The reason why is because we were not following the Most High. We disobeyed His law, statutes, and commandments. So just think of an order. So just think about a parent who, tells you to do something and you don't do it. It's called disobeying them. You don't follow their rules. And when you don't follow their rules, there's called punishments and consequences. And that's what happened to us. That's what's happening right now in 2023. Because we don't have no, discipline, because we have no order and morality, that's why we're under the hell that we're living in right now. And a lot of us, and when I say a lot of us, I'm not talking about the people in the UK. I'm speaking about the people that are in the world, Israel. They do not understand the hell that we are in because of all the devices that our oppressor has used against us, to the point where we believe that we are living the American dream when we are not. We are living in hell. But the American dream is for, the oppressor. It's not for you. Just always understand that. All right. Oh, also too, sis, if you want to, that wine is there for you if you want to. You sure? Huh? You say you to what? Oh, you get off, and no sweat. But otherwise, it's right there. The camera can't see it like that. So you to what? So, so Ezekiel 28, it really dives into more details of um, how the Most High is going to be against our oppressor, but at the same time, how it has destroyed us as a people. All right. So if I could read above 15 real quick, just give me a second here. Let me see. Yeah, but it's more about the destruction of our enemy. So if I may read Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 11. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, verse 12, Son of man, take up a lamentation upon the king of Tyrus. Now, if you know what lamentation is, which, there's a book written by the prophet Jeremiah called Lamentations. Now, the key word of lamentation is lament. Lament just means a deep sorrow, all right? A deep sorrow or regret, so to speak. So a lamentation is, Black and Hispanics and Native Indians being shot down in the streets. That's lamentation. Lamentation is the mother have to bury her child, her children, behind the oppressor's actions. That's lamentation. Lamentation is a 6-year-old boy being shot recently. Damn, where was it? I want to say it was like in Kansas, maybe. A 6-year-old boy being shot by knocking on the wrong door to pick up his siblings. Him being such a good brother to his sisters and his brother, his brothers, he knocked on the wrong door because he had the wrong address, and the reward was him getting shot in the head. Now, thank the Most High and Yahweh Shai for him surviving, because he made a full recovery. A lot of people get shot in the head and they don't survive. Now, me personally, I know people who've been shot in the head who died, and I know people who've been shot in the head who have survived, and that's the Lord. All right, that is the Lord. Because you can get shot anywhere on your body and die the wrong way. Some people say that the safest way to get shot is in the leg. That's not really true, because there's arteries in your legs. So if you get shot a certain way in your leg, it can make what is called internal bleeding, to the point where you die and your organs die. Once again, if you hit an artery, it's lethal. Is that the word? Yeah, like it's fatal. So like that's what I'm looking for. It's fatal. You know what I mean? It still is lethal, but like it's fatal. Like you will still die. So once again, like it's better not to get shot. All right. But at the same time, though, although you may be living a righteous life, still be wise in what you do and how you do life, because our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Just because you are righteous and you serve the Most High fully, entirely, doesn't mean that any harm will come your way. You will be tested. That's why these classes are very much important, because these classes is your training to help you in a situation that may come upon you in life. All the things that we see tragically that happens in the earth, when it comes to our people, that can happen to you. But now, how do you prepare for that? Is the question. You have to come to class. You have to get that counsel. You have to really get the full stance of what really happened in that situation. We are not FBI agents. We are not the cops. We are not the police, but we are men of the Lord, and we analyze and dissect everything for what it is to get the full understanding. And that's what we do in life and in the Bible. All right. So with that being said, Salaki, verse 12, Son of man, take up a lamentation upon the king of Tyrus, and say unto him, Thus saith the Lord God, power, thou sealest up the sum, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. So this is saying that the Most High is going to close out that wisdom and that beauty. So the wisdom and beauty is, okay, so when someone runs an empire, they have wisdom and knowledge of how to run an empire, because you are going to need a team. in order to run something. If you want to be on a cheerleader squad, you are going to have a team. If you want to do any sports, you're going to have a team. When you are running a big corporation that is famous, like, you know, Microsoft, Apple, better yet, America, you're going to have a team who's going to have that knowledge, that wisdom, and the beauty. The beauty of it is the fact that everything looks good, but behind closed doors, everything is not beautiful at all. You know what I mean? So like, let me see. So like, let's talk about phone companies and clothing companies. The reason why people have Androids and iPhones, Victoria's Secret, it's something else that I'm listening to. All these big name brands, it's because the people in prison, they make your products. Believe it or not, there are workshops in prisons all over the earth. A big article came out about it very, very long ago, probably about maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Your products that you love from Amazon, that you love from Shein, that you love from all these places, they are being made in workshops, sweatshops, illegally, meaning that the people are being oppressed. They are being against their will to make these products. So even when you have done a crime and you are in prison or in jail, you are still working, you're slaving. Prison is the new slavery. Well, it's not really new. I mean, it's been slavery. Just like sharecropping was slavery. Just like you working a 9 to 5 is a slavery. You know what I mean? There are people, you know, the oppressor, white people who are above you, and they sleep all day and night, and they make millions. They make millions all the time, while you are slaving and you are in debt all the time. Once again, that is a lamentation. But anyway, thou sealest up the sum, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. That's what the Most High is speaking about as far as Tyrus. Tyrus is going to be shut down. It's going to be destroyed. Once again, this is our oppressor being destroyed. And this has been going on for about 2 or 3 chapters where the Most High has said in detail to Ezekiel how they are going to be destroyed, while Ezekiel is telling them how they're going to be destroyed. And the process also, too, Israel has been in a mix to where they have been, you know, affected by it. But the Bible does say, what does it say? Come out of her, my people, and seek not, don't be a part of their plagues. So I'm paraphrasing. Now, when you come out of America, you have to get all of it out of you and off of you. What that means is the way of life of America, truly what America really is, you have to get that spirit off of you. Because if you don't, you're going to be unalived by it. You know what I mean? Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to all the, social medias that want to flag us right away because you can't say certain words. But you are going to be unalived. You are going to be unalived by this place if you live by it. To be American means to be a criminal. To be American means that you have no accountability of what you do and how you do it and what you say. You are free. This is the land of freedom, right? That's not the truth. Because what about those Black and Hispanic and Native Indians that are 2 million, over 2 million in the prison system? And General Hyman just went over this. If you don't know who General Hyman is, you got to watch ISUPK online classes on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, everywhere. This is the second in command general of the ISUPK. He said, he asked Alexa, how many people in 2023 are in prison and who make up that group? It said Black and Hispanics make up over 2 million, close to 3 million people in the jail system, or in the prison system. That's a problem.
And the question that you should ask is, how is that? Why is that? Now, all Black and Hispanics and Native Indians ain't criminals. Now, if we are a criminal, ask yourself, where did it come from? Was it by birth? No. Was it in our genetics? No. Just think about the conditions that they have been in for over over thousands and thousands of years, because I can't even say over 400 years. Over thousands and thousands of years. Because even in the Bible, there was oppression, just like I mentioned earlier. Babylonian captivity, which we are talking about right now. Assyrian captivity, the Roman captivity, you name it. Egypt captivity, you name it. You even have, like, you have the Japanese, the Chinese, the Arabs, the whites, the East Indians, the Africans. They all oppress Black and Hispanic and Native Indians. Right now, we are under the captivity of who? Our oppressor, who is the white man, who we call the devil, that the Bible speaks of, because that's what he is. He's the one that is deceiving the earth. Nobody else is deceiving the earth except for him. And he's doing a great job of that. Because in 2023, you believe what? God loves everybody? Good night. God really loves everybody, huh? Wow. Okay. God loves everybody. No. He loves a specific people. And the proof is in the Bible. Romans 9:13. Jacob have I loved, but Esau, Jacob I love, but Esau have I hated. So the Most High hates Esau. There's hate in the Bible, and it's righteous. And even King David said the same thing. Good night. But all right, so moving on, verse 13. Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was thy covering. The sapphires, topaz, and the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the sapphire, the emerald, and the caracal, and the gold. The workmanship of thy tabrets and of thy pipes was prepared in thee in the day that thou wast created. So now, once again, let me see, hold on. Select it. Hold on one second, Salah. Give me a second here. Make sure this is correct. Let's see. Without wisdom and without understanding, thou hast got no wisdom. Okay. Okay. So this is talking about the glory. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. So this is talking about the glory of Tyrus. How Tyrus had so much luxury, so much wealth, and just so much glory, right? It's talking about all the precious things that Tyrus had, right? So all right, this story right here with Ezekiel 28 with the king of Tyrus is no different than King Pharaoh. King Pharaoh, like there's a scripture in the Bible where it talks about how the Most High built up Pharaoh to be, great and amazing, just for the purpose to destroy him. And that's what the Most High is doing with the king of Tyrus. So at first it talked about the greatness of Tyrus. Now it's talking about the destruction of Tyrus at the same time. And if you know anything about what I just read in verse what is it? 13. So sardis, topaz, diamonds, beryl, onyx, jasper, sapphire, and emeralds, and caracal and gold. A lot of you people probably don't know what half of that shit is. But if you know what an onyx is, it's a very expensive black rock that's very precious. It's not rough. It's very smooth. It's very delicate. Of course, everybody knows what gold is. I got gold right here, gold right there. everybody knows how gold is, how much value it has. So a sapphire is so useful to the point where they use sapphire for a lot of things. Let me see. Hold on. Don't correct me, but I think they use sapphire for alcohol too. I believe that's how useful it is. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Y'all bear with me real quick. So sapphire is used for jewelry. It's used for a lot of things. Also, too, um, some of the glass bottles that they use for the sapphire liquor. That's I believe it's Bombay Sapphire, which is a gin. You know what I mean? I cannot do gin. Boy. Yeah, I had some terrible experiences with gin. You know how they say gin will make you sin? Gin is something that is terrible. You know what I mean? Like gin is something that might like it really wipes your mind out. You feel me? But anyway, some of the glasses that they use sapphire as well. Okay, and once again, like it has a lot of value. It has a lot of usage, just like all the other stuff that I mentioned as well. Beryl. Goddamn. The UFOs that's mentioned in the scriptures is use of beryl. All right, and beryl is a very pretty color, a very beautiful color. Okay, you know what I mean. A lot of UPK sisters be rocking it, at the Passover and certain, cookouts and events and things of that sort. But moving on, this is talking about the all the good things that Tyrus, the king of Tyrus, had at one point in time, but now it's being stripped away from them. Verse 14: Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth, and I have set thee so. Thou wast upon the holy mountain of God. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. Let me keep going. It's still talking about the glory of King Tyrus, of what he did, or so like of what they did as a whole. Verse 15: Thou wast perfect in thy ways from the day that was Thou wast perfect in thy ways from the day that thou wast created, till iniquity was found in thee. Verse 16: By the multitude of thy merchandise, they have filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned. Therefore, I will cast thee as a profane out of the mountain of God, and I will destroy thee, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire. So it's talking about, once again, what's going to happen in detail of the destruction of our oppressor. Verse 17: Thine heart was lifted up because of thy beauty. Thou hast corrupted thy wisdom by reason of thy brightness. I will cast thee to the ground, and I will lay thee before kings, that they may behold thee. Once again, it's talking about the destruction that's going to happen. All right. And once again, okay, like for example, right, the Most High is responsible for giving our oppressor power. And a lot of people may be confused, like, why would the Most High give power to our enemies? Because in the scriptures of Deuteronomy, because we sin against the Most High, it's called a punishment. Now, there's a scripture in the book of Isaiah where it talks about how our oppressor took it upon himself to abuse that power. That's why when you think about police brutality, when you think about all the evil things that's going on to Black and Hispanics, just understand that that is our oppressor on one hand, but at the same time, it's the Most High trying to speak to us, trying to give us a message. Because Ezekiel, Jeremiah, and all the prophets, Yahweh Shah was not enough. Is what it seems like. He was not enough to tell Black and Hispanic people to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. It wasn't enough. And now, you know, I do understand. I remember how sin used to taste. And sin tastes good to a lot of people. I get it. But now, you know, although it used to taste good, you have to fight that urge. Just like you want to fast and you want to stop, you know, this and that as far as your diet. Junk food tastes good to children. Oh, absolutely. That sugar, that, you know, all those things taste very beautiful and good. But what you have to understand is, in order to serve the Most High, you have to fight the thing that feels good. To serve the Most High, you are going to be uncomfortable. But it's a good uncomfortable in the sense that it's going to change you to make you better. That's what's going to help you in life. Because everything that feels good is not good for you. Always understand that. Ain't nothing wrong with having a drink, right? Ain't nothing wrong with having a drink, but too much of it, it make you feel good at first, but at the end of the day, it's going to hurt you. How does it hurt you? It can hurt your organs. It can hurt your brain. It can hurt your body. Also, too, it's going to hurt your relationships with people. Now, drugs is out of the question because drugs is not lawful, nor can you do it in moderation. You can't do it at all. That's what's going to hurt you as well. And it's going to do the same thing with the relationships that you have with people, your family, your children, people in the social world, outside of your workspace, at work. That's what's going to destroy you. So you got to be careful. You want to say something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I have a precept where when you said, like sin tastes good. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? But we know how it should be. We don't do it anyway.
Yeah, you go ahead. Yeah.
But I don't want to read it. Can you read it?
Yeah. What's the precept?
Romans 7:15.
Okay, I got you. You said 7 and what?
Romans 7 and 15.
15. Okay. It's funny because it just popped up on my phone. All right. Let's see. Romans chapter 7, verse 15. For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that do I not. But what I hate, that do I. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, all right. Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. All right. Most High in Christ. Yes. You know, I haven't saw this precept in a few months. And so this is Paul. Paul is pretty much telling the brothers in Rome. Romans is the book, Rome is the place. So Paul is telling the brothers and sisters in Rome, he's writing a letter, and he's saying, for that which I do, I allow not. So he's saying the thing that he's pretty much speaking in the sense of the things that I used to allow, I do not. Meaning I don't do those things anymore. For what I would, that I do not. So things that he would allow, he doesn't allow it anymore. It shows you the type of discipline and the strength that he has. Now also too, Paul is the same brother who prayed to the Most High because of these same urges that he was having as far as sin. He prayed to the Most High and said, hey, you know, I'm paraphrasing, Lord, if you can take these things away from me, these urges, you know, this thorn that is like, you know, at my side. So think about a flower a flower has a thorn sometimes, certain flowers. And, you know, the thorns is it looks beautiful. But when you pick at it, it stabs you. You know what I mean? It's, you know, think about something that just constantly just you know, stabbing at you. Something that's always just like a irritation to you. You know what I mean? And Paul pretty much asked the Most High, can you take this thing away from me? And the Most High said, no, you are going to have to deal with it. Because you being reminded of, now my mercy is just enough, is what he said. Paraphrasing all of this. My mercy is just enough for you. But that urge is to let you know you have to deal with that. And you dealing with that is going to make you fight more and more not to do that thing that you really want to do. because it's a reminder. You know what I mean? You want to say something, Salah?
I was just gonna say this is a scripture I go to when I'm dealing with family members, like those ones who still smoke and they talk to me or like
Yeah.
celebrate holidays or eat pork, whatever it may be. They like, don't you miss it? Don't you wish you could still? And it's like, yeah, that was fun and everything. Like it was fun, and everything. It was cool when I was doing it, but I'd rather not do it to serve God. You know what I'm saying? So even if it's like, dang, I'm not gonna say I hate not doing it. It's like my love for it, doing it don't supersede my love for the Most High.
Hey, damn right. That's not Christ. That was well said. Well said. Absolutely. Yeah, because I mean, I mean, absolutely. Like, I mean, man, it's just such a curse to have flesh. It's such a goddamn curse to have flesh because, I mean, you want to do all types of things. You know what I mean? And I put myself on Front Street. You know what I mean? Yeah, I put myself on Front Street. Why not? Why not? Like also too, like there were things where I never had temptations of ever, and like I almost did it. Like I almost destroyed my life by sleeping with a person who I knew wasn't worthy of me. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like before I actually got into a real marriage, I almost married somebody to where like it was out of lust. You know what I mean? Alcohol was involved. It's a lot, dude. Alcohol was involved, and just it wasn't real or genuine. You know what I mean? And I thank the Most High that I was able to get that message in my head, like, nah, this is wrong. You know what I mean? Like, don't do it. Don't destroy your life. You know what I mean? But eventually, that woman, or still like that female, I should say, that female that I almost destroyed my life with. I knew in the back of my head that this person was going to jump on the next ride or the next coochie, for that matter. Come to find out, yeah. You know what I mean? So thank the Most High that I did the right thing by stopping everything in that track, in the tracks. You feel me? And I thank the Lord for that because flesh is very convincing. You know what I mean? That demon in your head that wants you to do the thing that is against the Most High. It can be very convincing. But my thing is, nothing bad happens when you serve the Lord. In the sense of, when you serve the Lord, it's always a reward. You feel me? Now, serving the Most High, things can happen to you. It's very dangerous. How do we know? Because of Christ. You know what I mean? Shalom, Lord Christ. Yeah. So when it comes to serving the Most High, it can't put a target on your back for a lot of things because of the captivity or the place that we live. It's very understandable. Look, John the Baptist, he was not in the truth, but even him trying to be righteous in a sense, it cost him his head, literally. He had exposed a woman for committing adultery. That woman told a priest, hey, I want his head cut off. But she was wrong. She whored on her man. And because John the Baptist decided to tell the truth, it cost him his life. Because Yahushua told the truth and taught what the Most High told him to teach, it cost him his life. The brother Stephen in the Bible. Stephen taught the truth, and because of it, men really killed him. Or so like it. Men unalived